Hey, this is Hidokiri Kurtai, and welcome to Etrian Odyssey 3, The Drowned City. So, I have actually completed this game once before. As in, an hour ago, I got the first ending. The Armoroad ending, specifically. I decided that I just wanted to finally get around to doing the Let's Play, even though I haven't even finished uploading the entirety of Etrian Odyssey 2 yet by this point. I probably should have recorded this as I went through it the first time, but oh well. Because this game does have 3 endings to it. Well, anyways, let's just get right into it. I had to delete all my save data. It made me it hurt a little bit. The Ocean City Armoroad, far to the south, is said to have ruin below the waves. As of tactily admitting it, the scientists ruling over Armoroad have invited explorers to their city. The invitation drew throngs of eager explorers who gathered to traverse the undersea maze. But none of the throngs who came to challenge that maze were strong enough to master it. The impenetrable ruins came to be known as the Yggdrasil Labyrinth, and its legend spread further. You yourself are an explorer who heard its legend and now sail to Armoroad to investigate. Your only objective, to challenge the labyrinth and win fame and fortune. Your hour is at hand. Okay, so yeah. Hello newcomers, you're standing in the one and only Explorers Guild in the Ocean City of Armoroad. I'm here to supervise all explorers who find themselves in our fair burg. Here's a little something I give to every new guild for signing up. Now let's get to it. First, write your guild name in the space provided on the certificate. Think hard, because that name may be known someday across the 7 seas. It all depends on you. Like usual, same thing. Same party too. Since I'm doing a weird ongoing story with all this stuff. Like usual, I will be writing little interludes in each of the videos. At least as much as I can for 5,000 characters. Anything longer than that will be uploaded to the just paste it link that I'll have in the description anyways. All the ones from Etrian Odyssey 2 are on there too. Plus I'll have character, whole character introduction type thing on that one too as well. Rohan, huh? An odd name, but I like it. Well then, step 2 is registering your explorers in your guild. We'll need to hire a few folks. It's up to you whether or not you want to become a member too. Explorers Guild, you can register explorers and organize your party. Choose your favorite classes from the list and form a party up to 5 explorers. Okay, so, I will be creating a lot of characters. Whether or not I actually use all of them is a completely different story, because, I pretty much stuck to 4 characters throughout the entirety of the main story, and only swapped out the 5th member periodically here and there. So we'll see if and I'm pretty sure that I never got to use my Arbalist, who was Olga, who returned from the 2nd game. I kind of want to use her this time. So we'll see, but otherwise, yeah, the same party as usual, so I'll just get to registering them. I have to put them in a certain order so that I don't have to keep going back and forth throughout the entire damn thing. Alright, so I basically already created everybody. But just to show off a little bit, whatever, doesn't matter. Just to show off a little bit, like all the classes in this game. There's the 4 portraits, as well as the fact that there's a alternate color scheme for all the characters here. Just one, of course. I'll just show those off real quick before moving on to the actual characters themselves. I guess technically that would be what Adric looks like the most. Well, he's our hoplite, of course, because he's stuck as the eternal tank character. Ninjas. Monks, which we will not be using the monk. I went through the entire game without using a monk. Well, I switched Rhiannon to a monk sooner or later. So when I decide to retire Rhiannon and switch her to monk from the princess class, she'll be this one right here. So that's that. I originally wanted to put Jean in here, but none of these characters look like him, and plus the monk is the healer class, not the punchy class. Unfortunately, you have to spec them very specifically in order to get that. So I guess Jean will be a Pugilist in AO5 when I get to that. What a shame. Once again, someday I'll put up those, I'll edit those AI dungeon videos with Jean in them, assuming I didn't accidentally delete them. I can only have so much hard drive space for these videos sometimes. Zodiac. Wildling. Arbalist. And Farmer. Anyways. Okay, so get our characters. I put them in a specific order because I had them in a bad order last time, which made it so that I had to keep constantly going back and forth between them. So let's put the main party in first. I'll be using Olga this time because I straight up forgot to use her before. Okay, so yep, skill points as well. Alright, so to explain the characters once again, because they all have their own, like, little stories and stuff. Okay, so yeah. First off, Adric Navarre. He's a knight in training from a multi-generational line of heroes. He's also Princess Rianne's bodyguard. Not that she really needs something like that these days anyways. Although he probably looked more like the blonde buccaneer over there, he's the tanky character, so he's eternally stuck as the tank character, unfortunately. How sad for him. Anyways, we need to get him. Line guard is important. The anti-skills are important, though I don't need those for quite a while. Bodyguard's all super important. Now that I think about it, I never really used provoke. Huh. Now I'm trying to think of what to give him first. Well, shield mastery, obviously. It'll at least reduce the amount of damage he takes. I don't think I actually went shield mastery past level 1 now that I think about it. Huh. Line guard. Maybe provoke. What do I need? Well, prepare eventually. Though I didn't put very many points. Shield mastery 5. Okay, I don't need that for a while. Bodyguard. Shield mastery 3. Oh, okay. We'll put 2 into there for now. Then we'll start getting shield mastery, so that we can at least get 1 level of bodyguard. Then we can try... Okay, I guess I can ignore those for a while. And then we can go for other stuff. Oh, Guardian. Okay, yeah. Each class has their own main class skill, like usual. When we get to subclasses, that's not gonna matter. Basically, the main class only gets the class skills. When we unlock subclasses, once we get to the 3rd stratum. So if I had someone expecting to hoplite as their secondary, they wouldn't have Guardian here. Which is kind of important and why I will respec Rhiannon when the time comes, considering how her class ability kind of sucks. There's also these ones, which I don't think I ever put much of any points into at all. Aside from this one for for very specific characters, because at rank 10 it's like they're in the party of 5. So it's very nice for, like, my farmers, specifically. Anyways, Faden. Faden Quartz, she's our gladiator. I forgot, Adric Navarre. I didn't mention his name before, full name before. Anyway, she's a wandering knight who aims to learn mastery of both weapons and spells. Basically, in like Final Fantasy terms, she'd be like a red mage. She'll be our big main damage dealer throughout this thing because she does a fuck ton of damage later on. Okay. But in the meantime, we'll want to try getting her to Blade Rave sooner or later. Don't need that quite yet. Berserker Vow. Definitely want to get Charge. Put 1 point into Berserker Vow for now. Oh, well, we need that anyways. That needs 3 points into Avenger and Wolf's Howl. 1 point into Endless Battle so that she can at least do some more damage. And we'll start getting her Charge skills, because we need to put 5 points into this sooner or later, too. So I'll start putting points into Avenger, even though it's not that terribly great. Rhiannon! Rhiannon Lerger Faust is a princess, since she's an actual princess. She hails from the Kingdom of Valiente, just like all the rest of the characters from this, or at least the main party anyways, which in real terms would be somewhere around Mid-America or so. She's our buffer and healer throughout this game. Her class skill kind of sucks. She regains TP with each new enhancement received since she does buffs. Unfortunately, she's not a very TP heavy class later on, so we won't be bothering with that. She has a number of good abilities. Attack and guard order are very good. These I'm never gonna learn. Never gonna use that. Need at least 1 point into that, because that'll be very nice for certain bosses. Don't really... That's good. That's not that great, but it's required for this, which will basically make her a monster of a healer, especially once she respects to Monk. Because the Monk's class skill is enhancing all healing. She'll basically be able to put in a regen spell on all on an entire row, which can almost fully heal them throughout most of the game. Most of our other skills are not that terribly great. So, anyways, we'll be focusing on these 3 skills right here. This basically heals everybody at the end of a turn, and at the end of the battle, and every step I take. When I get all these to level 5, my party will be very self-sustaining, and I can just stay in the dungeon as long as I want, without much of it, minus TP issues, so we'll be going for that. So we'll be pumping 3 points into that, because I'm going to be gunning for those. I don't need attack or guard order right now. I'm fine. Reika! She's finally a ninja! Since she's always been more of an assassin thief character, and I only ever picked the medic portrait simply because she looked a lot more like the medic. For the design I always went with her. Anyways, Reika is everyone's little sister, and is an orphan who views her guild as a family. She does have a tendency to be a bit overprotective when it comes to said family. Her job will basically be helping the party to run away from fights, and to instantly delete any problematic enemies. Specifically with this skill right here. Because I think it's like a 50% chance of petrification at max level, so it's good stuff. Other than that, Bunshin, stuff like that. She'll be helpful for the most part. This skill right here, you need at least 1 point to that. That reduces as it levels up, it reduces the amount of TP by, I think, 9 in total, down to 1. So she can be very TP happy. Also, 1 point basically lets her be in the back row without any attack penalty. So that's stupidly good. Okay, so what we want to get is at least that. I think I need that. Yeah, I need Kagenui at level 3. We also need Bunshin at some point. What do I need for that? Kagero level 3. Okay. Where's Kagero? Oh, there it is. Oh, right. Olga! Okay, I've never spec'd her before. Let's see. Olga Ivanov is our Arbalist. She's a returning character from Etrian Odyssey 2 that I decided to bring along with it. Not really much to say about her. She's from Hyligard, officially joined the guild in their travels. Obviously, she's going to be our main ranged attacker with AoE elemental shots. And like I said before, I did have her on my first playthrough, like all these other characters, and I ended up never using her. I'm going to try to use these characters more often. Keyword try. So, let's see. Front Mortar is good stuff. I know about that thing. It does stupid good damage. Other than that, we will want her to get at least one of these before the end of this dungeon. Doesn't matter which one. Fire might... Fire or ice? Oh, Volt, actually. Yes, Volt would be better. Because the boss of the first stratum is weak to Volt. That can also be good. Okay, so we need this to 5. Giant kill's good. Which is stupid, which is very good for bosses. Okay, so she needs heavy shot at least to level 5 before she can do anything. Okay, so we'll go with that for now. Okay, so formation, because we got other party members to bring along. Aisha, Sarius, Jaku, Lillian. Okay. So first off, we have our Buccaneer Aisha Barossa. She's the self-proclaimed Queen of Bandits who steals to try to support her dying village, which she's aiming to make into her own personal kingdom. She'll be our source of piercing damage and binds, which I believe she has... damage, this is also nice. Blinding and specifically hanging, which is a good skill. She also has chase skills, which are based on physical stuff, which aren't that terribly good. They don't actually... These skills don't exactly scale very well, unfortunately. Pincushion stupid is very good, though. Same with Eagle Eye and stuff. But anyways, I don't even know where to even put her points for right now. I do want Hanging. Hanging's really good. And that's Rapier Mastery. I think that's also good. Pretty good. Okay. Sirius. Sirius is our Zodiac. He's a mysterious individual who can somehow speak the universal language, a language that anything he says is automatically translated to that person's native language, and the same goes for anything that he hears or reads. He is the reincarnation of a major god that went on a mad rampage before getting killed by heroes, though he doesn't have any memories of that time. If he ever regains those memories, he'll just return back to being a god, though most likely not evil at this time. Unlike everyone else, he actually is from a completely different story of mine, though, it's in the same universe as all the other things, so I'm just bringing him along simply because I haven't really used Sirius's character in quite a long time. He's going to be our main spellcaster, and odds are I'll probably be using him a lot once I reach the first stratum, because that's what I used him for on my first playthrough. In fact, I used him all the way until the end of the third stratum after the second floor. So I already know pretty much where to go. Pretty much 1.2 most of these stuff. Yeah, fine. Okay. He only needs 1 point in, like, certain spells, so we're good. I'll start by learning all the stars. He doesn't really need anything beyond that. And then we'll start focusing on getting Etheric Charge and Dark Ether so that he can do some pretty sick damage along with Singularity. Jakku Vice! He's our wildling. He's from a completely different universe from every single one of these characters. And has absolutely no connection to them. He's just some weird childlike character that was from an old fanfic I wrote. He's a bit disappointed that the Adric and Phaedon from that universe aren't anything like the ones he knew in his. Gameplay-wise, he summons animal buddies. They cause status ailments. That'll be his main use in this playthrough. I never actually used them, though I've heard that he's actually pretty good, at least as long as you at least get to call Elephant. I heard this one's actually really good. So we'll see how well that goes. So call Insect, Wild Mastery 3. Probably be gunning for that for the most part. And Lillian here. I mentioned Jean earlier. She's Jean's little sister, as well as Alana, the character that's not here. Her little sister-in-law. Anyways, she doesn't really do much. Her main purpose is just going to be hanging around the party, gather things on the early floors. So the only thing she's going to be doing is Harvestery right here. Because that's my gather skill, basically. So yeah, she has 3 right now. That's pretty much the main characters. Everybody else here is a little different. Okay, so these are my other 4 farmers. They're all going to be spec'd exactly the same thing. Combat Study. And I'll be periodically checking back on them, and they should be gaining some levels here and there. Okay. And lastly, the 5 ninjas. The exact same thing as I just did with the farmers. Their whole purpose is to gain a bunch of levels, which I'll be checking back on them I don't need to check back up on them until the 3rd stratum. Well, okay, I'll need to check back up on them, specifically just to get combat steady up until we get to the third stratum anyways. And there is a reason for that. Okay. That's everybody. Right? Okay, just making sure. Okay, so, go back to the main party. Anyways, here's pretty much what it's going to be like. Lillian will be joining us periodically just to gather a few things, and that'll be about it. We'll be leveling her up when that happens. These four are specifically going to be leveling up slowly through the game. Once I reach the second stratum, then I'll have a full farmer party that they can handle that and be able to avoid encounters. Once I get to the third stratum and get subclassing, all these ninjas are going to subclass into farmer and do the exact same thing. That's pretty much sums all that up. Okay, anyways. Adric, Faden, Rihanna, and Rika, Olga. There we go. Talk. Boy, the stream of fools chasing the Yggdrasil legend never ends lately. Even experienced warriors get swallowed by that labyrinth every day. If you come here as weakened warriors, I'll be straight with you. Hit the bench and hit the beach instead. Alright, looks like you're ready to go. Next stop should be the Sandas to introduce yourself. Oh, and before you go, let me explain one more thing. About the documents I just gave you along for a guild certificate. Smart explorers actually read them carefully. If you don't feel like it, just throw them away. But if you hope to go all the way in the labyrinth, you'd be well served giving them a look. Alright, limit skills. I'll explain limit skills. Because I forgot to actually set that. Okay, so limit... No. This is what replaces the one skills. So they have to be set on specific types of characters. This one's not super good. They are based... the ones that deal damage are based on stuff. Mostly damage, so... we'll want to put that. I think Adric might be my highest strength character right now. Faden definitely is, so we'll want that on them. Charge tactic can be on whoever else. Doesn't really matter who. 1 HP. Put on those two. Sure. We'll be getting more as we go on through the game, so whatever. Wait, we'll stop by the inn so I can at least save. Welcome to Amon's Inn, boss. Not only can you spend the night here, we have doctors to treat your wounds too. So this is your first time in Armoroad? Isn't it awesome? Those clear seas, those blue skies. So you're the Kurohana Guild, right, boss? Have you been around Armoroad yet? They say the ocean. They call us the Ocean City because many people from across the sea wind up here. Bet you enjoy taking a walk downtown before you go into the labyrinth. All right, we'll be saving. Come on. Okay. Takes a while. And yes, we can do the doctor stuff here now, too. Nappier's Farm. What's this? Unfamiliar faces? Let me guess, new explorers lured by the sweet scent of profit? In that case, welcome to Napier's Firm. We carry all weapons, armor, and tools you'll require. Here at our firm, the customer is God. We spare no expense for those who align our coffers. Though that is conditional on you participating in the transaction. No window shoppers, please. Have you gotten used to the city, novices? You seem troubled. Piece of advice then. Guild explorers have a few qualms of parting with their money. Stinginess never saved a life. All things depend on money. Your finances dictate whether you master Yggdrasil or die penniless. Remember that. So then, what can I get for you? Okay, so I can buy a few things here and there. Medicas are always good. 4 actually. Let's have 4 medicas for right now. So we got a number of stuff. This is important first. That way she can at least deal damage from the back. Adric's weapon doesn't technically matter, because he's mostly going to be our tank. Might need to hold off on weapons for a while. She's going to be in the back, so she's not going to be doing much damage to begin with, so her being stuck with a dagger is not going to make a difference. She's going to be using a dagger throughout the entire... most of the game anyways, because she needs it for her ninja skills anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Armor. Honestly, I'd rather get armor for my front row peoples. find some sandals for everybody because it's cheap. There's at least some defense. Okay. This is cheaper, but one defense isn't going to make that much of a difference. Okay, I should probably focus on keeping my characters alive instead of killing stuff fast for right now. Oh, I'm at 10 and oh well. Okay, there are some accessories. I can always get more money later. Welcomes. I'm not recognizing you people. Are you new explorers here? Well, welcomes to you. This is the Butterfly Bistro, and I'm the owner here. Once you finish the mission that the old lady gives all the newbies, I can give you work. Until the then time, have some drinkings and chattings with the other explorers here. God, I forgot how annoying her dialogue is. It's gonna be a pain to read that out loud. Helloings! Have you entered the labyrinth yet? Ah, you're just heading out? You may want to gather info before you go in there. Oh, by the way, what's the name of your guild? Kurahana? That's cool. I'll make sure to remembering it. I'm hoping to do a lot of business with you, Kurahana. Travelers new to Armoroad, are you? Many such as you have been asking about the labyrinth lately. I am Wolfram, a troubadour. I've wended my way from the far north all the way to this ocean city. I've been here a long time. May I have a few words of advice about challenging that place. The city where you stand is the world-famous ocean city of Armoroad. A free city of clear skies and white clouds, an endless sea, and a vibrant, eclectic culture. But freedom can't exist without order. This country does not have a royal family. Sadly, the modern royal family has been reduced to mere figureheads. Ah, but who then governs Armoroad? The aristocrats of the Sanitas, led by the fearsome old crone. Consider her to be your the true power behind Armoroad. You'll most certainly meet her yourselves. It's more to Armoroad's royal family than that, but let's leave that for another time, The ocean city of Armoroad was once the grand capital where science and technology flourished. But around 100 years ago, the center of Armoroad suddenly swallowed by the ocean. Afterwards, the rippling waters became tidal waves. The gentle breeze gave way to earthquakes. Armoroad's advanced technology was sunk, which ended diplomatic relations with nearby countries. It's been a long road to recovery for Armoroad even today. It's nowhere near what it once was. Not since the calamity. If you ask anyone here, you'll get nothing but stony silence. Then again, that's because no one knows exactly what went on 100 years ago. It wasn't all bad, mind you. After the calamity, a labyrinth was revealed, drawing explorers here. Though the Sanitas and had other reasons for gathering explorers, but that tale can wait for now. Glad you asked. That's the most popular story of the day. I'd appreciate a tip for the telling. The sobriquet of the porcelain princess comes from her pure white shiny skin. Her voice is like music from the harps of the goddesses, radiating up to tame monsters. But even the goddesses wouldn't linger in her presence for having to compete with her face. She is Princess Gutrun, a lovely goddess of Armoroad in her own right. Her visage is the stuff dreams are made of, though mind you, I've never seen her in person. Each successive princess in Armoroad is named Gutrun. I'll tell you the reason later. Oh, no, I already said that. I tried pushing cancel. Did I speak out of turn? I must protest. My profession requires me to sing loud and long. Ah, but I jest. Come again, explorers, if you wish to hear my stories. I don't think I can do this part yet. Are you new here, explorers here in Armoroad? You don't look quite shipshape to me. You need permission from the Senators to go on voyages, so you should seek it out first. Okay, yeah, that's a completely separate minigame sort of thing. You're outsiders, aren't you? Let me guess, you were drawn here by the rumors of the labyrinth. Then you'd best remember this. You stand in the assembly hall of the Sanitas, Armoroad's government. I am she who wields the Sanitas' authority to manage explorers such as yourself. This is where so-called explorers' skills are tested to sort the true warriors from the cowards. If you want to be recognized as true Armoroad warriors, accept the mission I issue you now. Alright, carry out missions to continue story. Anyone daring to survive as an explorer here in Armoroad must pass the census first test. You must be tasked with creating a map of B1. The long and short of it is that you're here to draw your own map of the labyrinth's first floor. The guard there will have more details for you. Look to him before you proceed. Ah, but you must have a parchment first, eh? Here's a blank map given to explorers. Use it well. If you're as talented as you have me believe, there are many more opportunities to come here. Just don't get lost in the assembly hall on your way here. Alright, let's save again real quick so I don't have to do all that crap again. I vaguely remember some spots in this map. There's a shortcut on one of these spots. You step into the unyielding forest known as the Yggdrasil Labyrinth. Though many explorers have lost their lives in this hall, it is surprisingly beautiful. The breathtaking flowers here are enough to make you feel as though you were simply out for a nature walk. But you mustn't let your guard slip for even a moment. Go forth and explore, always remembering that the forest is fundamentally a dangerous place. Oh, right here. Please, there we go. Oh, there's the other one. Remember that there's two over here. Okay. Ugh. I have to move my mouse around. That's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay. Oh, here's our first enemies. There's one thing you must be aware of before you begin adventures in the labyrinth. You have some skill adventuring. Oh yeah, 3 skill points. Spin skills. You may already be aware of this, which in the case this advice is happily necessary, so hesitate no longer begin your adventure in this lush green forest. Yep. Of course I know that. I'll have to visit this guard sooner or later after I explore this floor. While appreciating the roar of the nearby cataract, you find a guard alone at the crossroad. I hear there are newcomers to the guild coming. Welcome to the Yggdrasil Labyrinth. The guard greets you cheerfully, then motions towards the unmarked map you hold. I'm sure they told you this at the Sentis, but your first task is to map this floor. Mine, meanwhile, is to instruct beginners such as yourself in the cartographic arts. Upon saying this, the guard explains slowly and plainly to how to draw a map. You have to draw the map in the bottom. You also notice that there's there's not as many icons as the previous game. So you have to be a little bit creative. Nothing much different. Yes, this was added, the autopilot, so that you'll automatically go on a certain path, which is great for grinding. Yep. That concludes the cartography lesson. Draw your map thus and show me your finished work. The guard then steps back as if to indicate his duty has been discharged. You may do as the guard says and venture forth to complete your map, or stay and question him. Questions come to mind? Sure. Guard turns his head this way before answering the question. This labyrinth was created following the calamity over 100 years ago. Many were wounded, and the old city was destroyed. Everything suffered that day. Ironic, no, that we used the labyrinth formed by the calamity to restore the ocean city. After speaking his piece, the guard sighs and continues. And that is the sum of our knowledge. We have no inkling of what lies deeper. Hope that explorers like yourself will one day master that mystery. The guard then falls silent, as a man who has said all there is to say. You may continue to engage the guard in conversation or leave the spot. Okay, he just says the same thing. Okay, leave the guard to his post. Okay, let's explore down first. Let's unlock the shortcut. Oh. What did we get? Nectar. Nectars are always good. Nectars are... they're easier to get in this game. They're way cheaper. We'll get to that when we get to that. Okay. You can see how much Rhiannon's helping her already with her one healing skill. Okay, just making sure there wasn't anything else down there. Oh, blindsided. Oh no. And everybody recovered 10. So basically, keeping Rhiannon topped off is basically essential to keeping my party alive. And oh, whoops, that was on accident. My hand slipped. Jeez. Okay, come on. Just need to move my desk a little bit. Oops, wrong one. There we go. As I have some knowledge of this labyrinth a bit, that should make going through this game a little bit easier. I mean, I literally just finished the game, like, yesterday. Oh, wait, no. Oh, okay, I guess it's 5 a.m. where I am right now. I don't exactly have the most normal sleep schedules. So technically it was yesterday. It was like at 3 p.m. And then I immediately deleted my save and decided to continue on because New Game Plus actually transfers everything, including quest completion and all that good stuff. Normally that would be a fantastic thing. This is one way. Oh. You venture through the tree-choked area, you notice that you've come to a dead end. You find an odd sign in front of the wall of trees written in large print. Caution, not all roads in the labyrinth lead ahead. Long explorers who are careful to examine their full surroundings will be able to continue forth. Surmise that the sign, which contains elementary advice, was written for novice explorers. Tip your cap to its wisdom before returning to your investigation. Yeah, this one should be one way. The other side is on the other end. Fish. The grinding here will be a lot easier because yeah, after the current skill that she has, Rhiannon's next skill heals after if she's still alive. I think she has to be she has to be still alive at the end of a fight. She heals everybody up, which heals a pretty decent amount. And then the last skill is everybody gaining HP every single time you take a step in the labyrinth. Which, you know, starts off at 1 and maxes out at 10, though you don't really need 10. Getting it to level 5 is good enough. Because then it's like every step you take, you regain 5 HP, which... I had no issues with after battle healing after that point. Ah, here we go. This is Chop. We'll need to bring our other characters up. We'll have to bring Lillian up here sooner or later. Ah, secondary enemy. Okay. This thing is actually resistant. Oh, okay. I was about to say it's actually resistant to physical, but hey. If you're wondering why I haven't used the limit skills yet, there's a specific enemy on this floor that I'm kind of saving them for. I think this was an important spot. Walking past lush greenery and vibrant flowers surrounding you as you reach the dead end. Gentle sunlight shines through the leaves as you hear this chirping of birds. It's so peaceful here. You don't sense any monsters around. The spot seems ideal to take a rest. But continuing exploration seems more important than resting here, so you take your leave. That's important for a quest. Thankfully, I did, like, almost every single quest along the way. I think there's only, like, 3 I didn't do. So I know how to solve all of them pretty quickly. Alright, everybody levels up. Enjoy those synchronized things for now. Let's see, was it Shield Mastery? Well, Shield Mastery to 5 is important for those, but I don't need those yet. Oh, right, it was Bodyguard, right. Right, Shield Mastery to 3 for Bodyguard, right. Oops. Oh, and I forgot to skill up everybody else, too. Kind of important. Okay, okay. Oops. An Avenger for right now. You keep that up. Now everybody gets healed a little more. You. Get that up to level 3 so that I can get that, and then I can put Knife Mastery a little bit higher. Get at least 1 point to that. By the way, these damage up things, they have 2 effects. First off, if you are subclassing, as long as you put 1 point into that, you can use that weapon. So, let's say if I had Olga cross-class into, like, Ninja, for example. If I put Knife... Well, okay, that's a bad example. Everyone can equip knives. If I put a point into Sword or Clubs, she would be able to use Sword and Clubs. Same thing with having someone subclass into Arbalist. They'd be able to use crossbows. Good stuff. Anyways. Let's see, okay, Bolt Mastery 5, right. We will be needing those sooner or later. Okay. The first boss has a gimmick that having an AoE skill will be useful. Though I straight up did not have any AoE skills when I fought him the first time, and I fought him and I was able to get lucky. Mostly because I had 4 attackers. Well, 6 attackers. Which I think was just enough. Okay. I think I'm on the dangerous side of the dungeon. Okay. So yeah, basically at this point, medicas are not necessarily needed. Though I will be needing medicas sooner or later, specifically to keep Rhiannon topped off, so she can keep everybody going. That was okay. Yeah, that was the right side. Sometimes I get confused. Door. Continue through the forest, you reach a hall where colorful blossoms emit a sweet scent. Peculiar flowers sway in the wind, their sweet fragrance grows more alluring. So you're resting here? No! I have never said yes to that, so I actually don't know what it does. Probably like other games, it's like, oh, you do that and it's bad. It's like one of those recurring events in the series. Where saying yes is bad. Unless it's Etrian Odyssey 2. And that only applies if you didn't... And for EO2, that only... if you transferred your save, it doesn't matter what you say. Okay. Go Mr. Toad. I forgot there's an auto-battle button. Which I think might be faster. As you slowly grow accustomed to the navigating the forest, you find a small footprints at a dead end. Footprints lead east. You can hear something like an animal's cry beyond the bushes. No. Where is the situation you leave? I can check that later. There are some events that are a random chance depending on your level. My characters are level 2, and I think that that's a monster that doesn't show up until like the 2nd or 3rd floor. So I'd rather not fight it right now if I get the unlucky. Since my characters are still just level 2. What do we get? Medica. Always nice. Oh, right. Auto attack will... What? I had to go to my character's whims, and sometimes they don't always attack the best things. Wait a sec. Oh, okay, it was right here. Trying to remember where that was. Oh, maybe not. Amrita, very nice. I think I won't be able to buy those until the next stratum. The other game does like giving you those, so it's not that big of a deal. We'll kill Mr. Toad first. Of course, it blinds her. There we go. Okay, so this is a special treasure chest. This is a silver chest. It's locked. That's basically its gimmick. We don't have the key for that yet. We don't... Jeez, I'm trying to remember where you even get the key. I think it's in the third... The key's in the 3rd stratum, I believe. 3rd? Yeah, I believe it's in the 3rd stratum. So it's going to be a while before we can open this. So it's best to mark it for right now. Moving on. These things just like to blind you and stuff. They don't do that much damage either. As you can see, granted they're attacking Mr. Tank. Oh, and Rhiannon got hurt, so now she can't heal everybody. So she's basically what my medicas are for at this point. In case enemies decide to actually attack her. As much of a waste of that as that feels, it's important for later. Especially for preserving money. I was wondering when you guys were going to show up. These guys are rather infamous for completely decimating entire parties. So we'll be actually trying to kill this one. Okay, that charges all my offense. Cross slash from those two. Major protects the front row. Of course, Rhiannon is the one who gets hit. Oh, cool. Of course, her of all people had to be the one who got hit. Maybe provoke would have actually been... Oh well. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Shortcut unlocked. We will not be visiting this one for a long, long time. Unfortunately. There's two treasures in here. Oops, not there. That. Got 100N. And a Medica 2, which is overkill for this point. Jeez. I've explored everything here. Unless the guy wants me to step on every single goddamn tile here. As you walk through the labyrinth, you encounter the guard at his post in the crossroads. Some questions come to mind, and you hesitate whether to ask him or let him be. Report your success. You present the parchment in which you've described your efforts thus far. The guard previously stern contents lighten up at examining your work. Outstanding! You've done a simply wonderful job here. The expression utterly transformed. The guard showers you with effusive praise. Go now hence to the Senatus and report to them your success and claim your reward. Cool. By the way, I won't be running into Great Lynxes over here. I believe they only show up in, like, these upper areas, like, basically, like, starting from, like, around here-ish or so, and this entire end. I think on the other side, too. Well, further beyond where that guard is, anyway, so I won't be seeing those around in this area. Looking at this doesn't look like I run into any encounters. How much experience points? Next, 32. Can I just, you know, beat up something real quick? Huh. Funny. Ah! One more. Get one more fight. Just get to level 3. That's all I need. Frogs, cool. Oh, right. Well, I was thinking about it. I forgot to explain what the other thing that the weapon skills does. I just explained that it allows you to equip the thing. It has a secondary effect. Give me a second. Because my character's about to gain a level anyway, so... Okay. The secondary effect. Which doesn't matter to Adric here. Bodyguard, okay. Damn, provoke would have been... Oh, whatever. Okay, so these skills right here. They do not affect your weapon skills at all. So Sword Mastery here will not actually affect, like, Rush, Bind Cut, or Rampage. It only affects your attack. So if I attack normally like I am doing right now, it would affect that. And unlocking skills, obviously, but yeah. Okay, so she has Avenger at 3, so Wolf Howl will be next, and then she can learn Charge. Which will be a nice skill. She doesn't necessarily need it right now, then I'll start going for Rush, and then Blade Rave. Okay. Triumphant Cry's next. Yep, so long as she's alive, my party will regain some HP. This is set HP, unfortunately, so it does kind of teeter off near the end, but this one right here, even at level 5, where I get 5 HP per step, with how enemy encounters are, that's enough. This is basically a good skill all the way through all the way into the post game. I didn't even actually walk into the post game dungeon, to be honest. I finished the main story, grabbed the thingy that you get for completing the main story, and then stopped. Because there's 3 endings to this game, and I got one of them, and I will be doing all 3 of them. So yeah, I will still be doing all 3 of those. Okay, so I need Knife Mastery and Kagenui. Or I can go for Kagero at 3 and get Bunshin. I will need that sooner or later. I'll probably do that after I get that first one. So okay, I at least want this because this is useful in some situations. Okay, you. Let's focus on getting your AoE first. She only needs one of them. It doesn't really matter which one it is. But I'm going for Volt because the boss is actually weak to lightning. First off, report discoveries. So we got our little things. We gotten all the drops so far. Oh, okay, maybe not. Word has reached me of your success in completing the map. You've proven your mettle as explorer strong enough to challenge the labyrinth. I'll authorize the sale of items from Napier's firm, which you may find necessary for your travels. I also sent word at the pier that Guild Kurhana records a seaworthy vessel. That should allow you to set out on voyages whenever the seafaring urge may strike. Train yourself in battle on the open seas and gain power enough to someday grant my wish. Also, now quests give experience points! Which is something that the rest of the games in the series started doing. Okay, she doesn't have any new missions right now. So it's actually worthwhile doing most side quests, because even if the rewards suck, they're worth doing now. Hello? Well, is your journey in the labyrinth going smoothly? I should tell you that if you find new equipment or creatures there, make sure you report them here. Contributing to the comprehensive list of discoveries is the duty of all registered explorers. In return, the Scientists will provide support to make it easier for you to go on your travel adventures. Tit for tat, you see. If you want fame and glory, you'll have to work for it. Okay, so we can actually go to the port now. Let's start off here. I see you successfully completed the Scientist's orders. I received their notification. You see, there's only one item that may be only sold to explorers authorized by a Scientist. It's called an Ariandi. God damn it. Warp wire, whatever. Anyways. When you're lost or wounded, use it to be teleported back. You should always have one on you in the labyrinth from this point on. Share it all you want, though. I will not give them out for free. There's no percentage in that. Okay, so yes. So we will definitely need to make sure to buy that off me, you know. Alright, let's sell all the junk I picked up. We got a new spear, a book, a tent, knife, more shoes, skill jerkin. Okay. So then, let's take a look and see what we can actually get. He can't equip that. She can. Those two can. Vitality can. As for weapons, we can start off with weapons first. This one increases defense and his attack, so he's the only one you can equip spear. Well, okay, it looks like wildlings can equip spears too. Okay, she needs a sword. It doesn't really matter what she has, to be completely honest. So, Flower, she can use rapier, so give her one of those. The Makiri, so she can keep doing good damage. She already has a weapon, so we're good on that. Sell our old junk. Now, there's an easy way to get money. Just keep grabbing guild members and selling all their daggers. strip them down, sell their daggers and armor. It's an easy way to get money in the early game. Okay, so armor-wise, we're pretty much stuck with what we got for now. Good enough, whatever. Not here. Save first. Okay.